Hi, this is Lady Lex UK. It's Tuesday, it's time for Pick of the Week, and this is my selection from the 12th of August 2019. There's not as many in here as normal because I've been playing a lot of the Undersea Kingdom levels for the Game Jam, and I'm going to be making a special of the Undersea Kingdom Pick of the Week next week, so look out for that. You get 2 for the price of 1 next week, an ordinary pick of the week and a special. So that should be fun. Okay, so let's start off with our objects. And we'll start with backpack. Low whip. I don't know what a low whip means. I don't know if you meant it's a low thermo thing and it's work in progress. I don't know. I don't know. Full credits. Just them. Let's have a look. Now, I made a backpack, but it's nowhere near as nice as this. This is lovely. Fully detailed. You've got a water bottle here, and a nice spade, a sleeping bag on the top, and this telescope, which appears to be in 3 bits. It's really nice, lovely attention to detail. I love these patches, these leather sewn on patches. They're really nice. It's a really lovely thing. It's got no straps, so if you were to put it on your player, you'd have to put the straps on yourself. But that probably makes sense because you wouldn't know where the straps are going to fall on the character that you're putting it on. So really good, very very nice indeed. Lovely detailed thing. I don't know what the thermo is like on that. I should imagine it's okay. It says it's low, so maybe that's what that means. Right, we have 2 novelty cycling mugs by Creator68. Obviously they made 1 mug and then went to make another. I don't know if these are based on real mugs or these are just fantasies of somebody who would like to have these in their house. I don't know. But look at these. These are really lovely, nice shaped mugs. But they've been painted, and they've been painted in the round, which is not easy to do. That is really great. It looks like they've been transfer printed and things. Look at that. So you've got a mountain bike and a chopper, and the mountain bike has got a bicycle chain for a handle. I don't think that'd be very comfortable if in a real mug, but maybe these things exist. It looks as if these might exist to me. Sort of things you might find in a gift shop. Really very nice indeed. Something a little bit different. We have a collection. This is Forest Adventure Kit. Actually, let's open it up as a cover. There we go. Forest Adventure Kit by Ian Easton. Action, adventure, countryside, fantasy, grass, green, mystery, nature, realism, RPG. He's covering all bases there. Let's have a look. Okay, so we have quite a selection of items here. There's a few that are private. You don't know whether he changed his mind after putting it in, or he didn't realise that they were private. I'm not sure. But it's a really nice kit. There's all sorts of things. So we've got some trees here. So let's have a look. Let's just grab a random tree. This is a mountain spruce. Let's have a look at that. Look at that. That's a very dramatic tree. You want something a little bit special in your level? Put in a really nice looking tree. Here is a nice looking tree. It's almost mystical, isn't it? You can imagine fairies sitting in that tree. You could make that really huge, make the entrance to a hole, so you go into the roots. All sorts of things you could do with this tree. It's very very nice indeed. Then we've got what we got here. We've got a low cost tree. It's always good to have low cost items in your level. You can have loads of them in there and it's not going to put in too much thermo into your level. That's a nice tree. Nice low thermo tree there. Nice interesting shape. He's also got some dead leaf litter. Yeah, so there's some moving animated bits and pieces that you can use. Tree fungi. There we are. And don't forget that you can use these props. I mean, it's called tree fungi. Let's have a look at it. There we go. That's a rock. That could, you know, it's a shell. It's an underwater shell. It's a rock. It's some flooring. You can do all sorts of things with this. Yes, you put it on the side of a tree, and that's mushrooms. But you could easily use that for all sorts of things. So don't forget, when you're making something, just because it's called fungi or rock or what, you can make it into whatever you need. Skull key. Let's have a look at this. Ooh, I like that actually. That's quite nice. Very useful. So you're making a pirate adventure or a spooky haunted house type thing. You want people to collect keys. There's a nice key. So I think he's gone for forest adventure. So we've got various bits and bobs that you can use to make up some sort of hidden temple in the forest. This is a very nice block, different on either sides, so that you can build up a really interesting path or wall or plinth or something. Fallen temple. That's very nice. Very useful indeed, different on all sides, so it's a very practical prop that you can use, and it looks different depending on what side is visible. Very good. Is there a scene? Ah, good, excellent. Here is a scene. Let's have a look and see what he's used it, all his bits and bobs for. Okay, so we'll possess the boy, shall we? Let's have a look. Right, we've got some really nice looking rocks, mossy covered bits and pieces. It looks really good, doesn't it? And all these trees. There you are. I think, is that... He's got roots in, I think... He's just put a lot of his trees in. We haven't got a temple. I'm quite surprised at that. But there you've got some mountains in the background there with some clouds and things. Yeah. Really nice. Where's this hidden temple? I'm surprised there's no hidden temple on this scene. But there we go. Look at that. That expands the view somewhat, doesn't it? Excellent. So, look out for that forest scene. There's lots in there to look at. Quick forest tile. So, if, you know, there we go. He's made you... you can't be bothered to work it out for yourself. There we go. There's a bit of forest. You can just dump that straight down. Looks great. So there we go. A really nice collection. And our last object is these water buckets by Kreisli? I don't know. Let's have a look at these. What I liked about these, the simplicity of these. These are two wooden buckets, and one of them's got water in, and that looks really good. That's a nice animated bit of water in that bucket. It feels like you need a fish swimming around in that. But that's great. So you've got empty bucket and a full bucket. You can animate those. Maybe even have the walking broomsticks from the Sorcerer's Apprentice, swishing and swashing with the water buckets. There we are. As your starting point, right there. Very nice. Right, let's get on to the dreams and scenes. We'll start on this column here. So this is Rex in Space by B16G4V with assets from these people. There we go. have a look. So it's a huge space station in the middle of space. And this is all a cutscene. I don't have any control over this. And it's called Rex in Space. Because you play as this little cute dinosaur. Now, I've seen this dinosaur a few times, so I don't know who made it. It's cropped up a few times. I went down the wrong ladder, went down the wrong steps. I needed to go over this one. Whee. So it's no real game. It's basically showing off this amazing looking spacecraft by wandering a dinosaur through it. And I don't know if this person's a Doctor Who fan, as there is a Doctor Who episode with dinosaurs on a spaceship. It's just a coincidence, and they just needed a character to wander through their set. Now, it's epic. Really does give you a sense of scale. It's enormous. I think it's really well done. This spacecraft, all the neon lights and the colours and all the bits and pieces. So the idea is just to get your dinosaur through the entire spaceship, I guess. Just enjoy the view. So I won't spoil it for you, so you can play it and see the rest of that spaceship. Rex in Space. Hasn't got many thumbs up. It's just one of those little things that crops up. Doesn't get into trending and things like that, so you have to hunt these things down. Right, The Town of Sundrop by Jaffa Cree. We'll reset progress on this just in case. Off we go. This again is not a game. This is it says no missions, no adventure, just a city I made. Enjoy. So I think this might have been part of a level for the city game jam. In fact, I seem to remember that Media Molecule saw it as it was a camera. You had a camera view of this town. They said, we want to wander around it. And I think that's what he's done. He's allowed us to wander around in it. I think it's fantastic. And I don't... There's nothing stopping him putting some sort of collection quest or something in here. If he wanted to make it a bit more of a game. There's so much to see and do here. You could easily make a collection quest out of this. Unless, of course, he's maxed out on his props. So I'm not 100% sure. It is very full. He may have maxed out on his thermo. Who knows? It's a lovely toy town, really. You've got characters all randomly walking around, which is great. Now, at one point, while I was playing this, I managed to get up on the roof of one of these buildings and I could look out. Anyway, you can change the day to night and everything sort of lights up. It's really great. Look at that. It gives it a whole new vibe. Look at that, it's now night time. And the music changes because it's now night. And you need some thumping electro for that. Isn't this cool? I can sprint. View. There we go. That's me. That's my character. So I can, if I hold down the touch pad, I can see me walking around. Place to live. There we go. Atmosphere. Put some fog in. Oh, this looks really cold and wintry now, doesn't it? Yeah. Music immediately changes back to something else. It's great. Love it. Lots of detail. Must have taken ages. Only 80 thumbs up on that. That again deserves more attention. All these things do. Oh, here's another one by Jaffa Cree. This is Campfire Wood. This is presumably part of the summer camp game jam. So we'll just reset progress. Now, I might be imagining this, but I think in the early days of computing, there was a simulator of little people in a town. This is all it did. They just wandered around. It's like you had little people living in your computer. And that's what this reminds me of. It's just a lot of little people living in your computer. There they are, look. You can see them. Roasting s'mores and standing around and chatting and running and canoeing on the river. I love this. I don't think anything happens. They just sort of randomly wander around, but it's sort of mesmerising, really. It's like watching these little people wandering around. I don't know how detailed these people are if you was to zoom in. I should imagine they probably look quite good close up as well. But this is the view you get, and I quite like it. It's cute. So there's Campfire Wood by Jaffa Cree, and like I say, I think that's probably part of the Summer Camp Game Jam. Right, now we have something completely different. This is Pixel Wars by Sir Mosh. Full credits. There we go. Did I do the full credits on that last one? There we are. Full credits on the last one. Sorry about that. I forgot. Got carried away. There we go. Right, Pixel Wars then. Pixel Wars. Right, so this is a bit of retro gaming for you. Collect the blue things and not get hit by the yellow. It's interesting that a level ends before you've actually killed everything, which is odd. I would have expected it to end when I've killed everything. It tends to end before I've finished killing stuff. So maybe it's a timer. Yeah, you got that in then. It gets a little bit manic after a while, and I think you've got to forget about collecting things and just start avoiding the shots. Oh, damn. Crikey, how am I supposed to avoid that? that. That's crazy. Anyway, there we go. That's Pixel Wars. I think that's pretty crazy and good. Bit of retro gaming, if you like that sort of thing. There it is. Right, some artwork now. Right, this is by Aza TTT. Now, funnily enough, I put this in when it was a scene. And here's an interesting thing that I think people need to know. If you launch something as a scene, and then put it in a dream and then make it unlisted, if somebody's already popped it in a level, it's still available, and yet you can go to their portfolio and whatever, and it's no longer there. So I originally listed this as the scene version, but only the dream version is actually listed, so I swapped it out, just so I wasn't listed, trying to direct people to an unlisted level, which was a little rubbish. Right, Aza TTT and some assets from these people has created this piece of artwork. Now this is based, thumbs up. This is based on a Simon Stalenhag, I don't know how you pronounce that, Swedish graphic artist, who has done some amazing realistic looking scenes. And this is from his book The Electric State. I've actually had a look at the original picture, and this is a very close approximation, and he's animated this, so we've got the birds and everything. It's pretty impressive, this. You really need to go and hunt down the original picture. So Simon Stalenhag's Electric State, if you put that in Google Images, you should come across this picture at some point. There are lots of other pictures in his book, and although they have denied it, the makers of Generation Zero were clearly inspired by this artist for their game. He likes to do large robots and things like that in the Swedish landscape. So this one, The Electric State, is actually based on American landscapes rather than Sweden, but it's very, very cool. I love the way he's used the cartoon imagery on the spacecrafts where they've been painted up. It's really rather good, and that is a great rendition of it. The abandoned ship. Interestingly enough, he slightly altered the composition, Aza, for his thumbnail on the original scene, because the car was coming towards us over on that right hand side, so he sort of changed it up a bit, which was sort of interesting actually. I think a little bit more animation than that, maybe the car actually driving off and driving through would have been good. Give it a whole new look to it, but you can't complain at that. That's a really well rendered bit of graphic art. Right, Hero of the Isles by YMP3T3, and full credits. There we go. Something from me, and I know what it is. So we're all good. Lots of people. Here we go. Oh, keep going. See if we can spot your name. There we are. Right, it's these pigs. This is Piggy Smalls, made slightly differently, different colouring and stuff, to make this little game, and it's charming. I don't think it's completely complete. That's copyright music. I'm gonna have to do something about. I hope it's not copyright music. Right, okay. So ring the bell. Hi, I'm Skippy. I can give you a lift to the next island, but it will cost you. My eggs will hatch tonight. If you safely get the hatchlings to sea, I'll give you a ride for free. Okay, so we've just got to find his eggs. And we've got a fishing rod. I've got a fishing pole. I don't know what I'm supposed to do with that. That's not an egg, it's just a rock. Okay. Oh. Is that an egg? Well, I've dropped it in the sea. I don't know if that was what I was supposed to do, but I've done it now. There's a sign here. Oh, doesn't do anything. Let's do the pig. Let's do the pig quest. My pigs have wandered off again. Please could you bring me back to the pen? Blech. Sorry, my mouth got all a bit tongue-tied there. Here's a piggy! And this is the best bit. Look at this. Pick up piggy. Look at that! I love it. Yay! There you are. You're in your pen. Stay in there. There's a sign here. Ah. Fishing game under construction. Well, we've got a fishing pole, but we can't go do any fishing yet. That's a shame. So, we've got these various quests. I think there's another one up here. There's definitely a pig up here. Let me just... I'm not very good at this platform jumping bit. I keep knocking into the wall and falling off. So it's not easy. Right. I find this a lot with, there's an awful lot of forward motion when you jump in Dreams. A lot more than I think there should be, and you end up overshooting quite a lot most of the time. Oh God. Oh, this is going to just frustrate everybody. Let's not do that. We've got to find these eggs. I don't know if that... how many hatchlings he's got. Or even if that rock that I picked up was an actual egg. So, who knows? Any eggs here? No. I don't know how you do that that quest at all. No pig up here, is there? Where are the extra pigs? Ooh, I'll do that because that would mean I don't have to go up that horrible wooden bit. If I can get across. Oh, I can't even get up there now. Oh well, there you go. So it's a quest game, and it's very cute, and it's going to be developed, and I've got to hope that music is not going to cause me a problem. Right, exit creation. Very nice. Right, interactive 80s room by Grothroar and Green Thumb B914. And it's got stuff in from these people. There's a few things from me in here because I was asked to make some 80s props and things on Twitter when I asked what did anybody want, and they said 80s stuff. 80s kids room. So I did some 80s kids room stuff, and some of it has made its way into this level. Lots and lots of asset creators have been used for this. There we go. Right, let's reset progress and have a look. 1980s bedroom VR simulation. I love this. Right, so we are in. And they've recreated some famous posters. I did a pretend poster. So I was trying to make a non-copyrighted thing that you could change the name of it. But everybody's left it as they were. But other people have made all things that you've got. Information. He-Man, the Master of the Universe 1983, a popular toy line and cartoon in which the most powerful man in the universe and his band of ludicrously named but heroic chums would battle the evil forces of Skeletor in the fantasy world of Eternia. By the power of Grayskull, I have the power!
And the Masters of the Universe!
It's so cool! So there's the toy. Oh, I had one of these. You push the button and it sent a sort of an air pulse through the water and the hoops would move around. The idea was to get it on the stick, I think. My God. And I had, Simon, Rubik's Cube. My dad went and bought the book so he could solve it. And then he couldn't solve it even with the book. There's a Connect 4. I had one of those. Had one of those for Christmas one year. We've got some VHS tapes. And there's a Master of the Universe sword there. He-Man's sword. I love look at these figurines. They're perfect. Just perfect. I had a friend who had one of these watch clocks. I didn't like them, personally. They just had this really weird style of very primary colours and things, and I'm never very keen on it, to be honest. So we've got a skateboard, some shoes, stickers on white melamine units. Oh, looky, look. I had one of these. Sinclair ZX Spectrum 48K. Yes. Developed by British inventors at Clive Sinclair, the ZX Spectrum, or Specky, was one of the first affordable, programmable home computers in the UK. Its popularity gave rise to bedroom programming enthusiasts, including Matt Smith, Julian Gollop, and the Oliver Twins. These programmers and their true homebrew games would establish what was to come and pioneer many of today's gaming genres. It's just an amazing thing. I loved my Spectrum. I used to program in it. I used to make choose your own adventures in it. And over here it's a selection of choose your own adventure type books. And it gives you an option to let's go in and have a little go at a choose your own adventure. The Cube of Chance, a Dreams, Dungeons and Adventure game book in which you are the hero. You are Kronk, the barbarian warrior. Captured while drinking in a city tavern, you must escape from your cell beneath the castle of Flame Peak Mountain. Wreak vengeance on your captor, the mad wizard Finnebar Zane, and then maybe you will find the mysterious artifact, the fabled Cube of Chance. Now, for anybody who's ever read any of the Fighting Fantasy game books by Ian Livingstone and Steve Jackson, then you'll know exactly what that is referencing. Oops! Oh dear. That's. Oh, that didn't do that. Oh dear. That's a shame. That is a shame. Oh no. There we go. That's better. There we go. I don't know what. You are cramped in a cramped stone cell, barely large enough for your hulking barbarian frame. The rat, your only form of companionship, gone. You are still severely dehydrated. You must drink soon or you will perish. The cell has one window too small to fit through. A heavy wooden door blocks your escape. Do you decide to smash the door to bits with your huge barbarian fists, or decide to shout for the guards to bring you water? Now, I tried shouting for the guards last time and it killed me, so let's do the first one. You begin to beat senselessly at the cell door, such is the barbarian way. It doesn't so much as budge. Now you are thirsty and exhausted. Your vision fades as you fall face first into the straw. Guards come to check on you weeks later, finding only your white bones picked clean by the dungeon rats. You are dead. I don't think there's a way of actually doing this. So we will exit the game. But it's a lot of fun. Have a go at that. We've got Darth Vader's helmet. We've got that side of the moon there. Record player. Synthesizer. Pedal bin. It's just so good. And over here we've got retro gaming. Right, I'm not going to look anymore. Oh, my music's playing. There we go, that's my music. It's so good. I love this level. It's a real nostalgia trip, so check that one out. It's really great. 110 thumbs up. A lot of people will agree with me. That's good. Right, the Crayonas Splat Attack. This is good. This is, let me just reset progress on this one as well. It looks as if we're going to get a lot of Crayonas games. This one's called Splat Attack.
This is Basil. They will be your character. You move them with the left stick and hold R1 to paint. There are 48 of these squares. The game lasts 60 seconds. When the 60 seconds are finished, the player with the most paint in a square wins that square. Tied squares are awarded to both tied players. Most squares won wins the game. There are 3 power-ups. They light up here when you have collected one. There's Splat.
Oh, my tummy hurts.
Which is used by pressing R3. There's Speed.
Oh, I got the windy pops.
Which is used by pressing L3. There's Freeze.
It's freezing.
Which is used by pressing L1. So will you be a loser or will you be a winner? Happy gaming.
This is the most extraordinary thing. So let's have 2 players, 2, 3 players, 4 players. There's 4 players, and only one of them is human. Right? Because I don't. Obviously, we don't have multiplayer yet, so you're gonna have to play against AI.
3, 2, 1.
Oh, I've forgotten how to put. Right, so, well, there we go.
Oh, my tummy hurts.
Oh, we need that.
Oh, I got the windy pops.
Right, I can't remember. What was it? L3. Right.
It's freezing.
L3. L3.
Oh, I got the windy pops.
I'm not doing very well here.
It's freezing. Oh, I got the windy pops.
I'll just try and claim this square. Claim
Oh,
this
my
square.
tummy hurts.
Oh, tummy hurts ones. We want those.
It's freezing.
So. Oh, I'm frozen.
Oh, I got the windy pops.
Oh.
Oh, my tummy hurts.
Let's try and take some of these squares
Oh, I
away.
got the windy
This purple looks like he's got a lot. Oh, time's up. I didn't come fourth. Oh dear, I came third. Joint third with the blue one. Oh, it's a joint first place for the yellow and the green ones. Oh, there you are. Yes, I did very badly there. I got 11. So, wasn't that good? So it's a really, really great game, and it's family friendly, even with the farty pops and the windy bops and the and the pooping. I think it's really great. I think kids will love that. So, British Boat and Dorian, that's a great, great game. Well done. Right, Ian. No, not Ian. I am Doodlebug. These people. I didn't do the credits on the other one, did I? I keep forgetting to do the credits. I get carried away. There we go. Right. So I am Doodlebug. This is an alpha, so don't expect too much for this. It's only a test demo-y type thing. But having said all of that, look at this. And now I'm going to aim at the floor so you can see the fields. Look at this. You really feel you're high up in the clouds. It's just brilliant, and the plane looks great. Somebody was complaining on Twitter there isn't enough aircraft sims in Dreams, and I said, well, that's because they're difficult to do. Oh, that's my other camera. Don't know whether there is other planes that we can fight. And you do here. Woo! I'm upside down. I don't think this can be good. I'm going to end up crashing into the ground. Okay. There's arrows. I don't know if this is indicating enemies or just north. I'm not sure. That. Boom, 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 boom. Because it's an alpha, I don't know what there is here. But what there is here is impressive to start with. I think this is something to watch. So I'll come out. But that's starting to look... Just the picture. Just the cover picture is impressive. I love it. Really, really good. So something to watch as that progresses. That's going to be really, really good, I think. Right, finally, Windup, isometric action by Fireburn02. This is proving to be very popular this week. Oh, something of mine in there. There we go. There we are. Ah. Right, let's reset this. So, this is a really great character. It's a wind-up toy. And I love the look of this. It has a really professional look. And the walls come down so that you can see your character. Now, I don't know what these things are. They're scattered around. I don't know whether they're indicators of where you need to go, but I love the way they grow out of the ground. And you've got a sword, so you can beat up the barrels, and I don't know if that's something you need to do. But you do need to collect those, I think. So I don't know if that collected anything. We'll have to see. Right, now we've got a wind-up toy. Now this is something I think that the guy that made this needs to consider. When you destroy some of these things, they create pieces, and sometimes they look like they're collectible things. Yeah, that did give us some extras. So, yeah, I am supposed to kill the barrels. Sometimes it's difficult to know. It's like, what are these things here? These black things. I don't know if that's good, bad, or what that is, because they're coming... I don't know. Oh, they're extra things to collect? I don't know. Right, so the boxes... boxes give you something. go. Yeah, the boxes do, the boxes don't. Whoa! There's an enemy. Whoa! He's good, isn't he? I love the fact they're all wind-up toys. See, I don't know what those black things are. Whether they're dangerous or... It's not clear. And that's a healing point, so all my life has gone back. So some of these boxes have got clowns in. And some of them have got points. Whoa. Oh, they home in on you, and I don't know how you're supposed to avoid them. Oh, they've got a time on them. If you run away fast enough, you can avoid them. Right, that's something to collect. Ooh. Interesting young one. The creatures here want something you have. I'd be careful if I were you. And he's off. Do I need to follow him? And now we're into Castle Bound Village. I don't want to play anymore to spoil it for you. It is really professionally done and it's really nice. It looks lovely. I don't know what of mine was used. Oh, I can't kill that one. I don't know. Can I talk to her? That blob is always up there giving speeches. I wonder if he realises no one can understand him. Wow. Anyway, there we go. That was wind-up isometric action, and that deserves all the thumbs up, so go and have a play of that. Right, so there you go. I think the Creona's 80s Room and Wind-Up might possibly appear, maybe Pixel Wars, next week, or this week, in the Media Molecule stream, but you saw it here first. Right, thank you for watching. There will be another pick of the week next Tuesday, and sometime next week I will be doing a special of the Undersea Kingdom, because it's been a really great game jam and there's been lots of really wonderful things made, so I want to show those off. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in your dreams.